Hey, my wonderful Virgo Divine Feminines. Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your extended month of November Tarotscope. I apologize that this is out late, but better late than never. There's still a lot coming in for the last couple of weeks of November. I had a lot going on. I think all of you probably are feeling it too. This energy has been unreal this month. When I was channeling for you, I just kept seeing like someone looking around for like the nearest exit sign. Like you were like, I can't. I want off the ride for a minute. Like, I don't really want to do this. Maybe it's like a highway, even. Just this feeling of like, you know, you're going in the right direction. You know, you're making progress, but you're like, how long till the next rest stop, right? Like, how long till the next exit? A lot of that energy for you, Virgos. So, trust, okay? Faith over fear here. We got this. I'm going to go ahead and recap some of the astrology that's occurred this month so you can kind of see if any of that resonates. And then we can hop into the actual, end of the month and some more tarot as well. So Venus and Scorpio hit on November 5th. It was opposite Uranus and Taurus. So if you had any communication around that time, whether from others or to others, you might have noticed like just this feeling of wanting more. Like, I want to go deeper. I want to understand more. That's totally normal in this energy. Very intense experiences are desired. Like, you're like, I really want to discuss the details here. And maybe you feel stalled out because somebody just wasn't meeting you in that energy. But who knows? Maybe they were. Maybe you were feeling good because you felt like you had a little bit more of that. We have Uranus still retrograde in Taurus it started on August 23rd, but it goes till January 22nd. And this is how we relate to money and finances, how we think about partnerships. Can we rethink partnerships and finances? Is there a way we can combine the two and work in unison? Is that something you want? Right? Is that something you've experienced in the past that it didn't go well? Walking through some of that might be in the back of your mind or has been. And then, of course, on the 8th, we had Mercury into Scorpio. So again, more of that communication that really wants to know what's going on. And then on the 8th, we had the full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus, which was some massive energy, especially if you hold fixed sign placement in your astrology chart. You as a Virgo sun are a mutable placement. So that means you can kind of inch back and forth. We have cardinal, mutable, fixed sign placement, right? So as mutable, it's like sometimes you're full force, right? And then the next minute you're like totally stalled out. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, I'm all in, or like, not at all. And so be mindful of that energy because you want to stay, ideally, if you're in this state, you want to stay more in that mutable energy. That beautiful, like, I'm moving forward at the right speed. It's not too fast, not too slow. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Also, a lot of you, possibly third eye, crown chakra activation heavy this month. Maybe seeing more visions, having more dreams and astral. Beautiful, guys, beautiful. Be open to it. Migraines, headaches, very common right now for the collective. Be sure you're protecting your energy, okay? The world here. The moon reversed. Do not entertain anyone who you know is not telling you the full truth. Scorpio energy too, it demands this. It demands you go into the subconscious and tell your truth. And Scorpio energy is very good when wounded at pretending to be something that it's not. And so ask yourself, are there people in my energetic field, lovers, family, friends, that are pretending to be there for me or care about me or love me when clearly they're showing me that they don't? Right? If someone's not showing up for you, if someone's not making time for you, if someone's not communicating with you or cares about your emotional needs or what you're going through, then those are selfish people, okay? Walk the other way. Walk the other way. Like, get rid of that energy, all right? You don't need that. This lunar eclipse we had and the full moon was part of a 3-part series, okay? It started November 19th, 2020. You might ask yourself where you were. In case you forget, we had a big pandemic, COVID, right? Many of us were coming out of that, or lockdowns, things like that. Not all of us. But there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotions that had been stirred up, a lot of this pent up feeling of like, what is going to happen next, right? What do I really want my life to be? Also, the scent of lilacs is coming in strong right now. That might be something purple. I'm wearing kind of a purpley red color But literally I smell lilacs right now, maybe a lilac candle. That could mean something for someone watching, just FYI. But November 8th was the second in this series, right? And the third one will be on October 28th, which will be the culmination of this series. This was designed to make you stronger, to make you better, to make you more prepared for like authentic relationships and connections, to make you awaken and align with the higher realms and your highest timeline and like kumbaya with the rest of us on New Earth, right? But ask yourself, where was I before, right? There is another scent coming in. Maybe many of you, I don't even know exactly what it is. What is that? Some of you might be having that, right? That's common, by the way. If suddenly you smell like toast, or you smell this, or you smell something bad, like poop or something. Like, guys, it's common. Look up what it means, okay? Spiritual meaning of this scent, all right? I'm telling you, it's a thing. I know you're like, what? It is. Also protect your energy, okay? It could also be ancestors trying to tap in with you. Pay attention to that. I do help with ancestor reads on my page, gingermama.com, with the 3 A's if you're curious or want to know more about that. Feel free to book a personal there. Or just a personal reading. But it's like you don't want to take a risk. It's like this feeling of like, you know, something's changing. And again, that nearest exit sign. You're like, wait a second, you're telling me I can smell things and this and see things. I don't know. You guys, take a breath. This is a gift. All right? But you need to go inward to really tap in with this. And be like, okay, this is happening for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world, millions. You're not crazy, you're not alone, this is special, okay? So treat it as such. Treat yourself as sacred. Treat this growth as sacred, all right? This is some earthquake energy we've experienced in the beginning of the month, where suddenly a lot of people were rattled. They heard a message or talked to someone or something happened where they're like, wait a second. Is this really real? Is this really happening? Is this like a thing? Oh my goodness, this isn't just some like trendy whatever. No, it's not. This isn't just about wearing crystals and looking at astrology and saying you did the thing. This is about you going inward. Virgo, by the way, is about the Hermit card in Tarot, and the Hermit is about someone with a lantern following source and spirit for guidance. Going inward and really asking what it is you want out of life and what source wants from you and how to co-create that, and tapping in with the divine, all right? So take an action that will always make you feel better, whether you need to walk away from someone or go towards something, as we discussed earlier. If you're not releasing or whatever that is, fear, doubt, worry, person, place, or thing, you're going to feel weaker and weaker, okay? Eclipses both reveal and they conceal. So you might be feeling like you can't see the whole picture. Well, guess what? You can't. Because if you could see every single thing and how this entire thing works, then therefore you would be creator, source, God, universe. And you'd have a pretty big ego then. So the sooner you can acknowledge that you're never going to know how it all works, you're just a piece of the puzzle, and you're going to do your piece, and you're going to be really happy in that, then things will start to flow easier for you. But the more you desire and crave, I need to know, 111 on the clock as I say that, the more stressed out you're going to be. And again, tap in with those numbers and things. Just flow with it. Flow with it. What you need to be doing is cutting out people who betrayed you, who cheated on you, who broke your heart. I don't know why you're still thinking that they're going to change. They're not. They've shown you they're not going to change. And the more you hold on to that, the weaker you're going to feel. The exit sign is not you just exit. The exit sign is you cutting out that connection. You setting boundaries. You being like, wow, I can't believe I let that person do that to me. That was on me. I should have had better boundaries. And going forward, I'm going to have better boundaries. Yeah, it's like rain judgment on it. You don't want to. And it's like you're in this repeated karmic cycle because you're not taking an action to do that. You know you're the magician. You know you're manifesting things, you're creating things, you're starting to call them in. But many of you, you're like, but it's a magical connection and I don't understand. Well, if it's magical, then release it and trust that it'll come back if it's meant for you, right? If you believe in the divine, you're going to trust them with your connections, right, everybody? All right, so if you can do that, also the energy there with that full moon was a lot about gratitude. Stop being like, what do I not have? I don't have the connection. I don't have this or that. And start being like, what do I have? What are you grateful for? What has happened? I mean, are you tapped in? Are you getting visions and dreams? Are you getting messages and content that is helping you, right? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have running water? Do you have a Thanksgiving meal? Tap in with these things that you do have and sit in gratitude for them, all right, loves? Because if you can't sit in gratitude, Divine Femme, you can't call in more. And I know many of you are really good at gratitude, but the universe is like, some of you have kind of tapped out a little bit. So tap in with that prayer, that gratitude, that reflection, okay? End of the month, on the 22nd, we hit Sagittarius season. Fire sign energy. I feel like many of us are going to be a little bit more spark, like kind of that life back. Like, Scorpio energy was death and rebirth, and now we're kind of rising phoenix from the ashes kind of feeling. So see how you feel around that. If you did a lot of the release work, the 23rd with that new moon should be feeling really good for you. Maybe some like romantic vibes, even whether that's totally by yourself. Possibly some communication with someone else, but I don't really sense quite that. Like, it could just be more energetic, right? Alignment. On the 29th, we have Mercury in Sag opposite Mars in Gemini. So pay attention to how you feel in this. Sagittarius, right? Fire sign energy. Mercury is a sign of communication. Sagittarius is a fellow mutable sign placement like you, Virgo. So this energy of like, in our communication, are we in that mutable energy of equal give and take, or are we just like boom, boom, right? Like, ooh, ooh, especially with the fire energy there. We want to slow burn this and make sure it's equal give and take. This coincides with Mars in Gemini, or opposite of Mars in Gemini. Mars in Gemini, Mars is a planet of aggression, sexual energy. Gemini is about, when it's wounded, it can be Jekyll and Hyde kind of energy, right? Or gossipy or this or that. But when it's healed energy, it can be the higher realms, the lower realms, not lower realms, but like the earth plane with, the higher realms kind of energy. It can be this beautiful culmination of divine feminine, divine masculine, heart space center energy, hence the Lover's card, which is Gemini. But with that Mars being about aggression and sexual energy, it's like, is that energy we're feeling in divine love, or is it from a place of that wounded Gemini energy of like, no, I just want lust right now. I just want this right now. Like anything that feels really lustful or aggressive, pull away. That is not meant for you, okay? Knight of Swords reversed. Again, Judgment reversed comes out in Ace of Swords reversed. I think many of you are running a risk at the end of the month. You need to follow your intuition. If there is not emotional truth and vulnerability, you need to pick that sword up and cut somebody out of your life. Even if you love them to death, even if you're like, this is my person, if they're just coming at you with that one thing, ask yourself, is this worth it? This one moment of passion or this one whatever. Oh, it's the holidays and I want this back. But then what? How are you going to feel later? How are you going to feel later? Yeah, look at this. Because you know you have soul love. And if you have soul love, and if this is that person, like I said, guys, this Two of Cups comes out at the very end. I love this. If it's this person coming back, there is no reason this cannot slow burn a little bit. There's no reason this person cannot provide you clarity and truth and gentleness and honesty as to where they've been or what's been occurring or why you were in separation. And if they cannot provide that to you yet, it is not ready for you yet. Okay? I love that the Two of Cups came out at the end. I know you're all getting all really excited because this is love. This is healthy love. But be mindful of what we just discussed when it comes to lustful behavior. All right? Because sometimes we have people stepping back that even though they're soul connections, they're not in a place where they're ready yet to really start to heal that avoidant attachment style where they run from emotional intimacy. If they cannot provide emotional intimacy, safety, security, commitment doesn't mean marriage, everybody, it could, but commitment just means identifying what the relationship is, right? This is exclusive, we're dating, or I want to be in an exclusive partnership with you where we're kind of working towards this. I don't want to be sexual yet, whatever it is. State your truth and allow them to state theirs. All right, Virgos? Come on, I know you can do this. You're earth signs. You guys are logical. Like, come on, just write it out. Like, what is on the list, right? I know it sounds kind of cold, but like, so you know. And then if this conversation occurs, then you hold your boundaries. All right? All right? All right, let's pull some Moon Oracle cards for you. As Feels good though. Just do that release. Yeah, a personal issue reaches resolution. I can't make this up. And bring love into the situation. Oh my gosh, Virgos. I think you are my only divine feminine, except Aries, I think too. The Two of Cups came out at the end. But the Aries one, it felt more like shady. Like this feels a lot more like some good love. So I don't know, guys. And maybe it's a new person. I don't know. You pay attention. You know how to follow your intuition. Your hard work is paying off, all right? So this is beautiful. I love all of you. Keep going, keep going. You got this. Pay attention to those smells. There's something about smell here that is going to be really significant this month. So maybe it's just that Thanksgiving dinner or something, but it feels more like flowers, like I said, or lilacs. So